As 2025 comes to close, I'm going to tackle a very difficult thing to theorize about. What is next for Fall Guys in 2025? So the first thing I think will happen in 2026 is the port to Fortnite. Now, there's a ton of good videos and more tackling than I will right now, but there will be a port to Fortnite in 2026 sometime, I think in the first 2 months. That's February to January, I think is when it's probably going to happen. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to be put into Fortnite. This launcher will still be open till 2026, which will give people time to go in and not just like shove them in their face. And Showbucks will be replaced with V-Bucks, and you have to buy Fall Guys skins in V-Bucks. And the Fortnite Crew Pass, you can also be bought with Showbucks. Yeah, like the Fortnite Crew Pass will give you the Rocket League and Fall Guys Pass, as you can see. I think it's already in the game. I think, just look at there. I haven't played Fortnite in a while, but so this is what I think is going to happen. It's just going to be put into the game and just like, it's going to be a very good. And I don't know, but I'll talk about what could be added in our next part, which is, okay, updates. So what will happen when it gets ported into Fortnite? Will updates continue? I think they will. And I think Fall Guys will be a kind of example as what you can make with the new US, like, Unity in Fortnite, what the possibilities are. And this will be a show. So I think we might be getting Unity levels, or we'll just get, like, big content updates, basically. And being in Fortnite, I don't know what's going to happen in Fortnite, but I think that it's going to be just like a, kind of like Fortnite Save the World, but free, obviously. You just go in, boom, click it, completed, and then you're in the game. And it's in Fortnite launcher, but it's kind of a separate game. And I hope it's close to the front of the page, so actually people will click on it and not have to scroll to, like, the search it up or something. And I don't know if the game will be, like, its own mode, or will it be something else like that? Will it be under Mediatonic Labs, which made the other Fall Guys levels when the Fall Guys port happened in 2024? So I don't know any of this. I think it will probably be like a game mode by Epic. I'm not sure, maybe not. Also Rocket League, most of this also applies to Rocket League, but maybe not Rocket League, because Rocket League, if you didn't know, is actually made in Unreal Engine and not made in Unity. So maybe they already have a ton of stuff on Unreal. Maybe they will stop development on the game. I hope. I don't really care that much. I don't really play the game, but I feel like there's a lot of people that do play the game. And obviously it has a big esports community also. And if they stop that, it might affect the esports community, and I don't think they're going to make one of big changes to the physics. And Fall Guys will probably have no changes to the physics either, because it's just the same game. I really thought they were going to do a full Unity Unreal Engine port, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. If we're being honest, I don't think that's the case. It would take a lot of resources, time, and money, and it wouldn't really affect the game that much. And with this thing, this might allow actually for some more updates because of another thing that I'll get into right now. So what do I mean by Unity? Well, I mean that when you use Unity in a game, you have to pay Unity money. This is how they make their money. You understand? So if Epic Games and Unity are making content or in agreement with each other, they could make it make Fall Guys not have to pay that bill, which would give them a ton of money, in my opinion. And just logical, you have to pay like thousands of dollars just to use Unity to update your game and all that. So if they can get that down just by like 25%, that would save them a lot of money, and maybe they can hire some more people. We don't know how many people are even working on Fall Guys right now. It's a very weird thing. We do not know how many people. We have the credits, but the credits, like, they haven't been changed in a while, and we don't know. And with obviously the layoffs and stuff that mainly hit Fall Guys, if we're being honest, it's really hard to really pinpoint what is happening behind the scenes. And with our recent, since like September, we might have seen the death or just move to making Fortnite. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking there's definitely a Fortnite port, so probably a lot of time and probably a lot of money was going into that instead of updating the main game. And probably the one thing that doesn't sit right with this theory is that, but like it just makes sense. It's like the lead game developer Joe Walsh just left in Big Wave, the beach blunder beach update or whatever it's called. So after that, everything took a big downturn. So I don't know what's happening with that. Really, kind of really weird. Yeah, it's basically the end of the video, guys. And also, one thing I have to mention, I'm getting Happy New Year's Eve. Should be released on New Year's Eve. It's what's coming next for 2025. That's why I released it today. And yeah, Fantastic Awards hopefully released today. Yep, that's the end. Okay, one more thing before I end it. Fantastic Awards is not happening today, but on January 3rd it is. Yeah.